This is Jem, and I've spoke on YouTube before, and I'm one of Joe's and Liz, and we've just had such a really quite stressful time since coming out of hospital. Yesterday, we discovered that our meds were mixed up, and we've had a battle sorting them out, and the crisis team were meant to keep in touch with Joe, and that's been a bit of a battle getting their sorted. It's now sorted, kind of. We were on YouTube quite late last night, and Joe posted some replies, and watched quite a lot of videos. And we found one of our up down mostly. We found him very entertaining, and yesterday it was quite good to come home, and there were some things that he had done yesterday in another video about soap request, which were really entertaining. Brought up and watched a couple of others, and just like thanks to him for like making us smile. We needed that. Anyway, we kind of like we were online, and we went and made a drink in the middle of the night, come back, and we'd been kicked off the internet, and this morning we couldn't get online, and we found our wonderful internet provider, who I shan't name for legal reasons, I guess, but I'm sure you could guess. They are a free letter provider, often referred to as something hell. As basically, we phoned them at 10:30 this morning, and in a roundabout, long, short way, let me just say, at 2:30 this afternoon, the issue was finally resolved to a point that we now know what is wrong. But we spent that entire time on the phone, and we are less than happy with the way they handled our calls. But eventually we got there, and after all that time, it turns out that our modem has died, and that's really just like thanks, the icing on the cake. So thankfully, where we live, they actually have internet access of their own, and we have that set up on our laptop. So we then spent 3-4 hours this afternoon searching for the software for our web camera, and it's a mini disc software. Let me where did I put it? Here. It's this size. This size. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the difference in size. It was put down, and being as blind as a bat, it was right under our nose all the time, and we kept missing it. And so 3-4 hours later, eventually we found it, and so now we've set the web camera up on the laptop, so that made us feel a bit better, because now we can do some more videos, and we don't feel kind of so out of touch. It's really weird how fast we've kind of really got attached to YouTube, and it's quite sad, and it's quite just, I was watching, actually, there's another one of Tim's video responses, and it was about Danielle went on her account and made a video, and they were on about how she spent YouTube and how sad it is really, but and it was saying like what's wrong with it, and it's like that's how we kind of felt today. It was like, oh my gosh, no YouTube. We'll only be able to type. We won't be able to video blog anything. We won't be able to video respond. Only type. It's like as if typing hasn't been good enough for us for the last 4 or 5 years. Suddenly now we need to be able to videos. That's just bizarre. Really, really bizarre. Anyway, that was just like part of the stress, and then also during the night, our brother's girlfriend decided that she didn't love him anymore and threw him out, and so we had to buy tickets for him to go with a friend who lives like okay, England compared to a lot of countries is small, but the transport isn't as good or as fast. So he's going up to Scotland from Wales, but he's got to go into London. So he's going to be travelling like I lost it. 2/3 of the country, 3/4 of the country even. He's actually he leaves London, he's currently sitting in London, bored out of his head with nothing to do until his bus leaves in another 3 hours, 3/4. He's been there since, I don't know, the evening, and he gets on a bus and he arrives in Inverness 12:10 lunchtime tomorrow, so he gets to sleep, but he's got no money, no food, and we kind of, wish we were well enough, we could have met him in London and whatever. But it's a bit stressful because we'll just like be a bit concerned until we know he's at a friend's house. She can't actually pick him up until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening either, and of relationships. Who wants them? I mean, oh, I don't. I'm not even gonna start. I'm not even gonna start. I just like, how can you suddenly fall out of love? But I'm not even gonna go there. I guess it happens. It happens, and I don't care because like I ain't in love with no one, and I don't think I will be. The person we love died when Jo, who is this body, when she was 18, was killed by a suicide. And uh, we don't, we're not looking for anyone anyway, but we wouldn't compare them to him. We wouldn't compare them to Dougie at all. Oh, well, why did I start on about Dougie? I guess we missed New Year and stuff like that, and anyway, I don't even know what I've said in this blog now. I'm gonna shut up and go. Sorry.